Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of World Wrestling Affliction. Now, we are only 2 episodes away from the Warpath PLE this weekend, and then we are officially caught up with the series and back to our regular 1 episode every Sunday schedule. But we kick off this match with an opening bout. It is a semi-finals match for the Intercontinental title tournament. We have this man right here, DOC, the designer of chaos. And who is his opponent? Oh, well, it's one of the members of the Church of Anarchy. Which one is it, though?
And his opponent, representing the Anarchists from the Netherlands, weighing in at 228 pounds, Chase Samuels.
Okay, so it's Chase Samuels will be the one challenging the designer of chaos, DOC, here in this opening bout. And as I said, this is the semi-finals match. So we have this match plus our main event of the evening. Both will be 4 superstars competing. The 2 winners of those 2 matches will move on till next week to be crowned the #1 contender to challenge Andre Salas for the Intercontinental Championship at Warpath. Now, something to consider is we could potentially see 2 members of the Church of Anarchy win their matches here tonight and verse each other. That is something that, that could guarantee that a Church of Anarchy member will be in that IC title match. But Chase Samuels has to go through DOC to do it. Now, the designer of chaos, DOC, a former multi-time world champion, former tag team champion in other companies. And he's here to try to add another title to his long list of accolades. And all that stands between him and that is 3 matches. He has to beat Chase Samuels here tonight, win the grand final, and then beat Andre Salas at Warpath. Oh, what a big slam there. And now the question going into this week, ladies and gentlemen, is Bushido and Parabellum working together to attack AJ Perez. Now, I will add that it's not beyond Bushido's interest to accept cash to attack someone. It's happened in the past, it'll happen again probably. So it could very well just be some mercenary work. We don't know. But thankfully, TK Lanen had a kind of inkling that it was going to happen and saved AJ Perez from what would have been a brutal attack after his victory in the main event of last show. But for now, we have this match right here, and DOC, the designer of chaos, has pretty much owned this match for the most part. Goes to the cover. Could this be it? 1 and a kick out at 1. Not even a 2. It was close though. Now kicking the head of Chase Samuels again with the bloody turnbuckle covers. Now the turnbuckle covers being taken off by the Church of Anarchy almost lost TJ Dunn his match last week. Could it potentially cost Chase Samuels a match? Though I don't know. So far, DOC has basically been squashing this man, just beating him down. Chase Samuels has had a little bit of fight in him, but for the most part, it's been DOC's run. Oh, what a big boot there. Close to a super kick. Oh, Superman punch. Goes to the cover now. Could this be it? 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. That was so close. And a big spear. A spear from DOC. The ref not worried about the turnbuckle couple for once. Goes for a 2, 3, and that's it. DOC moves on to the grand final next week. He has one of 2 competitors to go through. Either TJ Dunn or Isaiah Zank in the main event will move on to face him next week. He is 2 matches away from being IC champion. And at the end there, the Monster, formerly known as Brutus the Brawler, tried taking that turnbuckle cover up to distract the ref. The ref saw the pinfall coming, went straight for it, countered that 3, and that was it. That was all she wrote. DOC moves on. Chase Samuels is eliminated. Congratulations to DOC. Good luck in the grand final next week. But now we move on to our next match of the evening. Wait a second. That's our Women's World Champion, Kitty Hagen, just beating down on who was her opponent at the last PLE. And it's definitely apparent that she has some unfinished business with Ivy Fisher. We see Cameron Newton in the ring, waiting for what was this scheduled match. Ivy Fisher crawling into the ring saying, no, I can still fight this match. The bell rings. Cameron Newton taking the advantage to get over on the former world champion. Goes to recover immediately. Only gets a 1 count there. Not enough. Although Kitty did do a lot of damage, it's still Ivy Fisher at the end of the day. And I am getting word that Ivy Fisher hasn't announced her rematch clause for the Women's World Championship. So she will be challenging Kitty Hagen at Warpath, and I feel like that may have also spurred this attack from her in Ivy Fisher's entrance here. Cameron Newton taking the advantage of the weakened Ivy Fisher here. Still kind of recovering from her tag team match at the Battle Lines PLE. Goes to recover now 1 and a kick out at 1. Oh, what a Hurricane Rana into a springboard kip up. What a combination of athleticism there. And the neck breaker. Or more a snapmare, probably. A toe drop, and then just walking over Cameron Newton. The disrespect coming out of Ivy Fisher there. Now, Ivy Fisher probably looking to make a statement after just being attacked by her opponent at the Warpath pay-per-view. Maybe she's using Cameron Newton as a way to say, like, look, you can beat me down, but I'm still going to fight, and I'm coming for your title. So, don't try it. But Cameron Newton definitely isn't someone to gloss over. She is definitely a tough competitor in her own right. Oh, and what a move there from Cameron Newton. Goes for the cover. 2. The kick out 2. Sorry, I'm not commentating a lot to break kayfabe for a split second. Oh, here we go. To break kayfabe for a split second, I am recording this episode, week 4, and the Warpath PLE all in one day, because it's the last day I'll have a chance to, so it's probably like close to 3 hours worth of commentary I have to record today. So I'm trying to save my voice, for the most part, for the PLE, because I have a feeling I'm going to need to shout a lot for that. But here we go, it's cover now. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. That was so close. Ivy can't believe it. The fans can't believe it, and I think Cameron Newton can't even believe that she kicked out. Oh, what a move there. Big DDT. Goes to the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 again. Is there any keeping Cameron Newton down now? The fans definitely getting behind it. And another big swinging DDT. Goes for the cover again. Could this be it? 1, 2, 3, and it is. Congratulations, Ivy Fisher, on your victory. Oh, but wait a second. Is that who I think it is at the top of the ramp? I think Ivy Fisher knows who it is. She's beckoning Ivy to come down. The ref saying, no, stop, don't do this. She's just storming down the ramp now. Kitty Hagen standing at the top of the ramp, just calling for her. Ivy Fisher shouting words of discouragement. And then these two going back and forth. The brawl. We've got security here to kick these two off. Warpath has started early, ladies and gentlemen. And these two ladies have a war to go to in Warpath. Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Castro Lazara. Now this man may be coming out to talk and maybe respond is the word I'm looking for. Respond to Trav saying that he should bend the knee, that he could start an empire if all he had to do was look past their past and join him in Parabellum. And I have a feeling Castro Lazara is not going to do that. So it's going to be interesting to hear what he has to say. Oh, here we go. Castro basically said, "You're insane, you've completely lost it, and don't mention my wife again." And here he is, our world champion, flanked by his enforcer, Matoto Lee. And now this is going to be an interesting one. Has he got a rebuttal for what Castro just said, calling him insane? I mean, this man has been, no pun intended, on a warpath since coming into this company 2 months ago. Eliminating our world champion, becoming world champion, starting Parabellum, a company, a group that have just dominated the world of World Wrestling Affliction. Oh, and immediately Trav just attacking Castro. No words here, just attacking and assaulting. He waits for Castro to get in the ring. Big knee to the face. And what's he going outside of the ring for? He's grabbing those steps. What is he grabbing the steps for? Castro just watching him, taunting him to get back in the ring. Then the big knee. And those strikes. The very strike-heavy moveset there of Trav. And he throws Castro out of the ring. Now Matoto Lee grabbing him. Wait a second, that's Mizuki Lazara. Castro, what the hell? That is Castro's wife. She is not a wrestler. And she just came out and attacked Trav. And now you can't really see, but Matoto Lee is in the corner holding Castro so he can't get in to save his wife. Oh my god, just threw her outside the ring. What the hell is going on here? Just assaulting Castro Lazara's wife while he's being held and can't watch. And a cutter onto the steel steps, oh my god. What the hell has gotten into Trav? I'm at a loss for words, ladies and gentlemen. Castro just called Trav insane, and I think he just freaking proved it. So he attacked Castro, threw him outside the ring, and then Castro's wife, who isn't a trained wrestler by any means, just came out, ran in, and attacked Trav. Now this is a woman who once welcomed Trav into her home, cooked him meals, and Trav just assaulted her brutally, throwing her outside of the ring off that top rope, and then hitting a cutter, bringing her head first into those steel steps. I'm getting word that she's getting medical attention and rushed to the nearest local medical center. But I'm at a loss for words, ladies and gentlemen. This is not something that we normally see here in World Wrestling Affliction, and not something that we condone, is the assault of civilians in our ring. And you can guarantee that Castro is not going to let this fly. But for now, we move into our main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Try get some normalcy back here in this company, because what the hell was that? Well, I was saying that Trav was on a warpath, no pun intended to the PLE, but that is more than being on a warpath. That is just a lot. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, we have our main event of the evening, the second semi-final competition for the Intercontinental Championship. These two men, TJ Dunn of the Church of Pain, Isaiah Zank of the Generation, and they go toe-to-toe. Now, Chase Samuels wasn't successful in his match, so TJ Dunn has a lot more to prove if he can bring this win to himself to move on to face DOC and maybe get some revenge for his faction member. And so far, he's already dominating Isaiah Zank, the man who lost the IC title, or lost the match to crown the first IC champion against Marco Gates, who then lost it to Andre Salas. And because Marco Gates forego his rematch clause, we had to crown this #1 contender, and Isaiah Zank entered to see if he is worthy of being IC champion. But to do that, he has to get through TJ Dunn here tonight. He has to get through DOC next week, and then he has to get through Andre Salas. But the same also goes for TJ Dunn here. If he beats Isaiah Zank here, he still has to go through DOC and Andre Salas to be crowned champion. We got a roll up now and a kick out. And then this slow, methodical chain wrestling is very much different to what we were seeing earlier on in the night. And again with the turnbuckle covers. Has this ever worked for the Church of Anarchy to expose the turnbuckle cover and distract the ref? Because I for sure don't think I've seen it happen. They have some vendetta against having a cover on turnbuckles. And you see just this chain wrestling here between these two superstars. They are definitely showing that they have wrestling skill here in this professional wrestling match. Oh, Sister Abigail from the Zayzank goes for the cover now. And what? Chase Samuels pulls the referee out of the ring. The ref is telling him off. But that may have just saved TJ Dunn. Oh, big boot to the face. That may have just saved TJ Dunn here in this match. The ref fixing that turnbuckle cover finally. And now we're finally seeing some actual wrestling, some actual slams here in this wrestling match. They've forego the chain. Sorry, I'm already losing my voice. I've still got 3 episodes to go. That is not good. I apologize. As I zank now. I don't know what he was going for, but TJ Dunn countered. Goes to the cover now, 1, and a kick out at 1. And the monster again with that turnbuckle cover. And the pedigree goes to the cover. The ref, 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. The ref didn't focus on the turnbuckle cover again. She's finally learning not to do that in a Church of Anarchy match, because there's going to be pinfalls while she does it. Now TJ Dunn beating down on his Isaac now. This has so much been his match for this last part. Throws him over that top rope. Now Chase Samuels won his first match with a count-out victory to earn his spot here in the semifinals. But it doesn't look like TJ Dunn was going for the same. Just punching and beating down. Oh, a big high knee there. And a big spine buster from TJ Dunn now. Goes to the cover. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. TJ Dunn moves on to the grand final next week to challenge DOC for the Intercontinental Championship #1 contendership match. Congratulations to TJ Dunn. Congratulations to the Church of Anarchy here. Getting at least one member in that grand final. Now, can TJ Dunn get through DOC to challenge Andre Salas? We find out next week. But this has been one hell of a show. My head's still reeling from what Trav did to Mizuki Lazara. And yeah, this has been one hell of a show, ladies and gentlemen. But it's not over yet. I'm getting word that TK Landon is coming out to make a statement regarding last week. So don't turn the channel off yet, because we still have a little bit more of the show to go for you guys here in this week 3 episode. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to make his statement regarding last week, TK Landon.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Brisbane, Australia, weighing in at 228 pounds, TK Landon.
Now, this man right here, he's been at war with Bushido since pretty much day one of the company. And he came to AJ Perez before his match against Matoto Lee last week and said, look, I know you don't know me, but I have a bad feeling that Bushido's got something to do with this match. AJ Perez didn't listen to him, and look what happened. Bushido came out with Matoto Lee. They almost attacked him with a chair, but TK Landon came in to save. Now let's hear what he has to say. Well, here comes AJ Perez, but TK Landon basically said, look, I know you said you can handle yourself, but handling yourself against Bushido and Parabellum is a death wish, and I have to agree on that. You know, Parabellum are dangerous, as we've seen here tonight. Bushido are dangerous, as we've seen over the months. Them put together is just too much. Well, AJ said, I don't need your help, but here come Matoto Lee and Jet Kobayashi of Parabellum and Bushido, respectively. Wait, I'm getting word that our general manager has something to say.